Hi,
Hi.
Michelle. Do you still stand by saying that Lacy keeps trying to break up with Jesse, but he won't let her go because she has money?
Um, I don't think they're breaking up anymore. I think it happened a lot the first year, but he never gives up. So I think they're in a much better place now.
How is his business?
I don't know. Haven't seen him in the office in a very long time.
But sometimes the people closest to the couple see something entirely different. Michelle Sy, actress, friend, and someone who knows this world well, sat down in front of a live audience and said something that stopped the room.
Hi,
Hi.
Michelle. Do you still stand by saying that Lacy keeps trying to break up with Jesse, but he won't let her go because she has money?
I don't think they're breaking up anymore. I think it happened a lot the first year, but he never gives up.
She said he wouldn't let her go, not because of devotion, not because of history, but because of money. One sentence. And suddenly, a relationship that millions had followed, celebrated, and romanticized looked like something far more complicated. This is not a story about gossip. This is a story about power, who holds it, who needs it, and what happens when love and financial dependency become impossible to separate.
No, I think we all do. My red flag was fear of commitment and moving on to the next level and, being confident enough to take responsibility for a relationship. Those are all like normal things.
Lucas,
Lacy and Jesse became one of those couples that the public adopted as their own. Young, attractive, visible, they existed in that particular modern space where personal life and public image blur into one continuous performance. Followers watched. Fans speculated. And with every post, every moment shared online, the relationship became a kind of shared property. But behind curated images, there are always other stories. Quieter ones. The kind told not in captions, but in conversations between people who actually know what's happening. Michelle Sy is one of those people. When a fan in the studio audience asked her directly, "Do you still stand by saying that Lacy kept trying to break up with Jesse, but he wouldn't let her go because she has money?" The room shifted. The question wasn't casual. Clip 54.
Hi, Michelle. Do you still stand by saying that Lacy keeps trying to break up with Jesse, but he won't let her go because she has money?
Well, it carried weight. And Michelle didn't
I don't think they're breaking up anymore. I think it happened a lot the first year, but he never gives up. So I think they're in a much better place now.
how is his business?
I don't know. Haven't seen him in the office in a very long time.
Oh, boy. All right.
She paused. Then she answered honestly. She said she didn't think they were breaking up anymore, that it happened a lot in the first year, but that he never gives up.
Lucas. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Michelle and Andy, I'm huge fans of both of you. My question's for Lucas. If you could cast one housewife on White Lotus, who would you cast and why?
Jennifer Tilly, hands down.
Yes,
I mean,
right.
the Bullets Over Broadway, she's an incredible actress.
Yes.
She's made for that show.
Yes.
Star.
Very
Sign
true.
me up.
Yeah. Here's Anthony from San Diego with a virtual question for Michelle. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Michelle. Do you still stand by saying that Lacy keeps trying to break up with Jesse, but he won't let her go because she has money?
I don't think they're breaking up anymore. I think it happened a lot the first year, but he never gives up. So I think they're in a much better place now.
How is his business?
On the surface, that sounds like persistence, like someone who fights for love. But context changes everything. When the observation that preceded it, that financial dependency may have been a factor, hangs in the air, persistence takes on a different meaning entirely. It starts to sound less like devotion and more like leverage. The psychology of relationships where one partner holds significantly more financial power than the other is well documented and deeply complex. Money in these dynamics rarely stays neutral. It becomes language, it becomes pressure, it becomes the invisible architecture of every decision. Who stays, who leaves, who is allowed to walk away and who isn't. When someone with fewer financial resources attempts to leave a relationship and is repeatedly drawn back, the question that emerges is uncomfortable but necessary. Is this love or is this dependency? Is this choice or is this entrapment dressed in the language of romance? Michelle didn't accuse. She observed. And sometimes an honest observation from someone close to a situation carries more truth than any public statement either party could offer. What makes this moment particularly striking is where it happened. A live talk show, an audience, a direct question from a viewer who had clearly been paying attention. Michelle could have deflected. She could have smiled and redirected. Instead, she answered with measured honesty. acknowledging that the situation had evolved, that things appeared to be in a better place now while still leaving the original observation
But he never
intact.
gives up. So I think they're in a much better place now.
How is his business?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in the office in a very long time.
Oh boy. All right. I want
Well,
to
that
thank
distinction matters. It suggests that what she said originally wasn't heat of the moment commentary. It was something she had witnessed, processed, and stood behind, even as the relationship itself shifted. Then came the second detail. Small, but telling. When asked how Jesse's business was doing, Michelle paused again. And then she said she hadn't seen him in the office in a very long time. In any other conversation, that might mean nothing. People change jobs. Schedules shift. But layered on top of everything else. The repeated breakup attempts, the financial dynamic, the persistence, it adds texture to a picture that was already complicated. A partner who may rely on someone financially. A business presence that has become invisible to someone close to the situation.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in the office in a very long time.
Oh boy. All right. I want to thank Michelle, Lucas, and Clara. For more, click around BravoTV.com. Good night, everybody.
A relationship that has cycled through repeated ruptures and reunions. None of this is a verdict, but all of it is a question. What does it cost to stay in a relationship when leaving feels financially impossible? And what does it reveal about someone? About their character, their intentions, their understanding of love, when they use that impossibility, consciously or not, to keep someone close. Well, Jesse has never spoken to these specific observations publicly in any way documented in this account. Lacy has not addressed them directly either. Well, what exists is Michelle's perspective, the view from inside the circle, offered carefully and with evident restraint.
Michelle, what's your red flag?
What's my red flag? When I'm all in, I'm all in. I don't know.
Oh, I think that's good.
I like that. That's a green flag.
Okay.
That's a green flag.
Yeah.
Dre, if you're listening. Let's go
But
back
that
to
restraint itself is worth examining. Michelle did not pour out every detail. She answered the question asked, acknowledged what she had previously said, noted the apparent improvement in the relationship's current state, and stopped. There was no dramatic escalation, no names called, no verdict delivered. That kind of restraint, when someone clearly knows more than they're saying, is its own form of honesty. It says, I see what I see. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But I also know that relationships are more complicated than any single observation, and I'm not here to destroy something just because it's imperfect. For the audience watching, and for anyone who has ever found themselves in a relationship where the financial imbalance felt suffocating, the conversation offered something rare. Not validation of drama, but recognition of reality, the reality that